What is up? It is Big Char Trades back with another video, and in this video I am going to be recapping today's trade. Today we caught around $7,086 across all of my accounts. I made like 1,200 across my Top Step accounts, and then I made 1,000 across my Alpha Futures account. I actually discovered some unfortunate news the other day or yesterday. I go to look at my Alpha Futures accounts because I go to try and request a payout. And it turns out that the whole entire time I've been trading my Alpha Futures accounts, I did not have the copy trader enabled. So I have two 150K funded accounts from them. And if you guys have, gotten funded with Top Step or Alpha Futures before and you trade using the Project X platform, you know that when you get funded, you need to reconnect the accounts. Like if you're using the copy trader, you have to reselect them. And I guess with the Alpha Futures ones, I never reselected them. So I've literally only been trading one account, which is so annoying. But so basically, I made 1,200 across five of my Top Steps, and then I made 1,000 on one of my Alpha Futures accounts. So with that being said, let me recap the trade from today. Today we caught like 35 points, and we caught like a 1.01R. It was supposed to be way more. Also, as always, if you want to see my executions and my P&L, everything is on Twitter. So if you're curious about my executions, you could just go look there. So coming into today, I had a relatively short-term thesis. So what we have is we have this 4-hour bearish fair value gap right here, and as you guys know, we also have that 4-hour bearish gap on ES. We still have that bearish SMT. So my mid to long-term bias is short, but my bias today was long, and you'll understand why. So dropping down to the hourly time frame, what do we have here? Well, on the hourly time frame, we have this hourly fair value gap that looked really good for me. Okay, so coming into market open, right? London lows were not swept yet. So my thesis was I wanted price to come down, sweep London lows, trade up into this hourly fair value gap, and then dump, to the downside. So I wanted price to do something like this, right? Boom, 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 right? That was the thesis today. So what had happened was market opened at 9:30. We ended up taking this London low, and my trade was actually this move to the upside. So here's what we did. We market opened, right? And we traded into this 15-minute bullish gap right here, right? But if we take a look at ES never traded into that gap. ES actually ended up making equal lows with London lows. So we have this bullish SMT right here at this 15-minute fair value gap. So all I needed to see was some sort of confluence to get in this trade. I like the bullish SMT. It aligns with my bias and everything. So I went ahead and saw this 1-minute inversion. So I entered on this candle closure. So I entered like right here. Oh wait, wrong one. So I entered right here, and this is a huge stop, right? 36-point stop. So I actually took this. I took this with 1 mini on my 150Ks, right? And my initial trade idea was, to trade towards my draw, which was this hourly bearish gap. And this trade would have been a 1.5R, right? It would have been a nice 56-point trade, but instead, we actually traded into these equal highs right here, and I ended up cutting the trade at these relative equal highs. My entry was probably like on this, whatever. Okay, 0.99R. On Top Step, it said 1.01. So, but whatever. So I end up taking this, and I end up closing at these 5-minute equal highs, relative equal highs. Well, Charlie, why did you end up closing there? Well, because if we take a look at ES, as we can see, we have this nice SMT right here, right? ES never even came close to taking this high, okay? So this is where I sold, right? Price is all the way down here on ES and all the way up here on NQ. And if you know the way I trade, you know that I always cut at opposing SMT. So I was already mid long term bias short, right? This long was sort of just a scalp to my draw. So I am definitely cutting at bearish SMT because bearish SMT aligns with my higher time frame narrative more than, anything else. So with that, that was my trade from today. Again, it was like 37 points, pretty nice trade. 1.01R, and I actually took this with the entire premium Discord. It's actually been really fun. I've been sending, my daily draw, which is part of the premium. I send it every day along with the Q&As, but also we have this channel called Trade Ideas, where I send my trade ideas, and I sent this, and it ended up playing out pretty well. So with that being said, if you want an Alpha Futures account, use code Char. Uh, they have these new zero plans. The promo ends tomorrow. You can get 20% off using my code, but the promo literally ends at the end of the month. They're doing like a big celebration thing for the new accounts because they're new. It's called the zero plan. Rules are insane. Again, use code Char. I'm also giving away two 50Ks with them. And oh wait, guys, I wanted to update you on the 150K scale plan. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I am, my funded futures have these new scale plans. So I copped one and I'm trying to pass it ASAP. I caught that Asia trade 2 nights ago, the night before last night. And this is what I caught today, that trade. So we're up around 2.4K. This account can probably get passed tomorrow, depending on how I trade. So that is good. And I've been documenting the whole thing on Twitter. So if you've been following me on Twitter, you know that. But with that being said, guys, if you took the same trade as me, or if you have anything to say at all, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I literally read all my comments. So if you have anything to say, just let me know. Also, subscribe if you feel like it. I do trade recaps like this freaking every single day that I trade, just to keep the transparency and honesty thing going. And with that, follow me on other socials if you feel like it. And I will catch you in the next one. If you want to join the narrative premium or just the narrative in general, link is in the description. Peace out.